Hi, my name is Juanita Rico, the assistant coach for the men and women's golf team at UNCP. You're watching the Black and Gold Report on WFXB.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of the Black and Gold Report, a show all about UNC Pembroke athletics. First, we're going to talk to head wrestling coach O.T. Johnson, and on the second half of the show, we're going to watch a road to recovery on women's soccer player Rayshawna Campbell. But first, we're joined by O.T. Johnson. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Let's go ahead and start discussing your season up to this point. The Braves have been among the nation's top 25 teams for most of the season and have a 7-4 record in dual meets so far. Can you give us a progress report on your team so far this season with a little more than a month left to go?
Yeah, absolutely. The guys have done a good job just buying into the system and believing in the process of what it takes to go through an entire season. And we started off not very hot, but recently we've done a good job of just each guy doing his part and really just clawing away and making improvements in the room. And the improvements have shown on the mat as we compete in tournaments and individual duels. So we're getting to where we want to be ultimately.
Well, your team started off by winning just one of its first 5 duels of the season, including losses to a trio of NCAA Division I teams, but are currently on a 6-match win streak, which is the longest in 11 years. What is your confidence level in your team right now, particularly since the Braves have turned in comeback wins over the last 2 to 3 outings?
Well, it just shows that the guys are buying in, and that's really something that we can look forward to as the coaching staff to really help us, move forward as we look to finish out this dual meet season here and get ready for the postseason. Those first 5 duels were really a test, as far as to let the coaching staff know where we are and where we need to be going. And it was great to get NC State to allow us to come and wrestle in the Wolfpack duels. It really gave us an idea of where we are and where we need to be headed. We had some very good matches, but at the end of the day, it's not good matches. You have to win. You have to win those good matches, and we lost some of them to some very good opponents, and it really helped us get back in the room and start fixing some things. And after those first 5 duels, the guys started really just getting after and doing the things we asked, and it's shown in the last even seven matches that we've wrestled, even though we lost one of those, but guys really have done a good job buying in, and it's showing. As far as having to come back, we have some upperclassmen that have done a good job, just doing their jobs. And I think when you have a younger team, as we do, especially at the lower weights, guys are nervous, and when you start a dual match with a nervous guy, they're not going out there wrestling, calm. They're going out there with a lot of nerves, and it's showing. But our senior and upperclassmen are really showing some leadership, going out there and really just breaking guys, because we may not be the most talented, but we are going to make you wrestle for 7 minutes. And our upperclassmen have done a good job, and they've broken some opponents, and that's where we see that our team has come from behind to win some of those close dual matches to help us get on this winning streak that we're on. But 6-match winning streak is great, but we try to let the guys know that, hey, you just got to worry about a 1-match win streak individually, and we'll worry about a 1-match win streak as a team.
Well, fans may not have noticed, but 3 of your wrestlers, Blaze Shade, Stuart Nadeau, and Brock Walker, are wrestling in different weight classes this season. For the average fan, what are some of the reasons guys would switch weight classes, particularly with Blaze after he had such an outstanding freshman season?
Well, obviously Blaze last year wrestled at 165, and he wasn't that big. I mean, he was a 65-pounder, but he was coming out of high school, and his body was still growing, and we were able to get one season of competition about him at 165-pound weight class. And obviously you had a 4-time All-American national champion at 174 who moved up, and Blaze really had to just step in the line of where he could. He's grown over the summer. He's brought in to the weight room. He can a little bit more. I mean, obviously when you see him out there, he doesn't look like the most imposing figure at 174, but a guy like Brock was at 97 last year, and we just knew that Brock had a a lot more to give in the room and just in his nutrition. And Stewart is a guy that's, you know, a coach's dream as far as not just being a good wrestler, but he's a good student. And he brought into the weight room. He's been training with Derek Brunson over the summer in the weight room and wrestling. So he's put the right weight on. And Brock's bought in, and he's made a commitment to cut down to 184. But you know, the guys have to really understand that, you know, that's the best opportunity for success. And I think all three of those guys understand that, and that's why, you know, they've made the change in weight classes.
Well, we're going to take our first commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to continue talking to head wrestling coach O.T. Johnson. So stay tuned.